introduce you to a serial entrepreneur who knows how it feels to fail miserably at business. At one time, the bank actually called, demanding their $1.5 million back. And also, she knows how it feels to sign the contract to sell her company for $9 million. Michele Scism is driven, she's decisive, and she does not pull punches. Let's welcome to the stage the one and only Michele Scism!
I am so excited to be here at Harvard. As an entrepreneur, this is a dream come true. As Clint said, I am a serial entrepreneur, and more than that, I am a proud third-generation entrepreneur who was born into a family that had kids to guarantee they had employees. When I was born, my family owned a grocery store, a mobile home park, a record service, a trucking company. If we thought we could make a dime, we did it. And so I learned everything I know about business in the trenches. I learned how to count in our grocery store. I learned how to lead employees. I learned how to manage, market, and sell, everything you do in business. But more than that, I learned how to build scalable, sellable companies. And in 2007, we sold our trucking company for $9 million, and my entire family retired for a little while. I was blessed to be able to learn all about business from the most amazing entrepreneur I ever met. He was my father, and he just taught me so much about business, and that education started very young. Every summer, we would jump in our RV, and we'd travel the country for 2 or 3 weeks. And I remember I was probably about 8, and my dad, he's driving the RV, and he looks over at me and he says, "You'll know you're building a real business when you can take your family on vacation and you're still making money." So I knew we were good then, right? So as an entrepreneur, we want to do whatever that is and whatever that takes to build that business, right? So in June 26, 2014, I remember the day vividly because it was my birthday. My phone rang, and it was my mother. I was expecting the phone call. She was going to call because we were deciding where we were going for dinner. Instead, I heard these words: "Sissy, your dad's on the floor, and I can't wake him." I was in my car and out their house in 2 minutes flat. I ran in the house to find my father on the floor in the bathroom. He was unconscious and breathing. My parents had just recently built their new home, and my dad, being the driven entrepreneur that he was, did not like the way the plumber did the work in the backyard. So he was digging it up with his tractor, and he had the whole backyard dug up. He jumps off his tractor, slips in the mud, falls, and hits his head. Goes inside, changes his clothes, has a sandwich, does what he did every day of his life. He left to go visit his 92-year-old mother. He came home and he said, "I have a headache and I'm going to lay down." So he did, and my mother left to go pick up my birthday present. When she returned, she found him on the floor. What we didn't know was that his brain was bleeding. By the time they got him to the hospital and stopped the blood, there was so much blood that it had moved his brain over 2 inches. Now, my daddy was not going to die on my birthday, and he didn't. He passed away the next day. Now, as a family, we did what I hope each and every one of you would be able to do. We took 6 weeks and we just spent the time together and did what we needed to do because we had built scalable, sellable companies that ran on their own. Our employees got paid during that time. Our clients and customers got taken care of. Now, as I was leaving the funeral home, after making the arrangements for my father, I turned the corner, and there's a day spa right there on my way to my house. And that day spa's been there like 25 years. I've probably been there 100 times in those 25 years. And what I saw when I passed that day spa, well, first I should tell you that the woman who owned it passed away about 2 weeks before my father did. And as I turned the corner, what I saw were these big, heavy chains on the door and a for sale sign on the building. Because what she didn't do, she spent 25 years of her life and she didn't create a business that was scalable, sellable, and her kids didn't want it. It was gone, people. So think about that. Entrepreneurship is about freedom. It's about legacy. My dad's legacy still lives on to this day. I'm Michele Scism. I'm here to tell you, I want to leave you with this one thought. It is your responsibility not to create a job for yourself. It is your responsibility to build a business that affords you the lifestyle that you deserve. And it is your responsibility to build your legacy.